Quite pointless. I'm not sure if we actually had to do that, but I just know that that's something that that they all sort of have that option to ask them that. So prefer to do that there. And now we're going back to Baker Street. Okay, and from here we want to head analysis table. And again, this time you could speak to Toby if you haven't already. But we're going to analyse this unknown liquid that we found.
Let us determine just what we have found here. Let us pour liquid from the bottle into a test tube to perform an analysis.
Just quickly look at the
This is
bottle.
that we found hidden at Kew Gardens. Let us use a pipette to take a sample of the liquid and fill a test tube.
Okay, pick up the pipette, take the liquid, and we're going to use it to pour into a test tube over here, or into both, I think. Yep, okay, so we've done that, and now we're going to take one of the test tubes, and we are going to examine the liquid.
A colourless, water-based liquid.
Just a reminder, this is another mini game, and if you've already got the achievement, you can skip ahead, and the game will do it all for you. We're going to inhale the liquid.
Quite a strong floral aroma.
And then we're going to taste it.
Holmes, what are you doing?
It has a bitter taste.
What if it's poison?
He's crazy.
Did
He's
you ever
absolutely
see
crazy.
poison stored in enormous jars like that? Anyway, there is a doctor nearby.
So what do you think it is?
It is some kind of organic compound. Let us vaporize the liquid and see what happens.
Above the burner here, so activate the burner. Now we can look at the unknown liquid again.
Small colourless crystals. Colourless, tiny crystals that are soluble in water, with a floral smell and a bitter taste. Watson, could you pass me that small bottle, please?
Of course. Here you are. Holmes, do you know what it is?
Wagner's reagent. There was a label on the bottle that you passed to me.
No, Holmes, I meant the bottle that we found.
Let me add the reagent and see if there is any sediment, and then I shall tell you.
Okay, so now we are going to pick up the pipette again, use it on the reagent, and put some into this test tube over here. And pick that up and examine that.
Sediment, just as I suspected. This liquid is of organic origin. It contains some alkaloid. Most likely it is unstable, and that is why there is a quantity of gold dust to prevent contamination. This mixture is probably a fertilizer. Someone was carrying out unusual experiments in the garden's laboratory.
Alright, so that's all we can do here at the analysis table for now. To the Defined Syndicate for our first time. So there it is on the map, so let's go there.
This place is beautiful, Holmes. Its atmosphere is remarkably soothing.
Let us find someone who could help us.
Okay, we do need to go and speak to that fella up there, but before we do, we're going to have a little snoop around over here. So head towards the building. You can try to go inside, but you'll find that the door's locked. Turn left and head over here. And here, behind this rock, we need to push our detective. Hang on, let me just back up a little bit. Our detective mode with RB. And then we need to go, and there's these. Oh. Okay, start back over here. Let's try it from here. Just having trouble with the controls. And there's the next one there.
Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here.
And then that leads us to whatever this is behind here. And take the cover off and have and look at the symbol on the bottom.
The Kew Gardens symbol.
Okay, now we can make our way back the way we came. And we want to go and speak with the guru up here. I think that's what he's called. That's what I call him. Yeah, guru, there he is.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock...
I am exalting the sun. A while can you wait? From the trace of elements and moreover from the quality of the ambient geotropism it depends. Therefore, please, mind my gravitropism. Its balance, do not disturb.
Disturbed is most definitely the word.
I think he thinks he's Yoda.
Completed is the symbiosis. Welcome you are. To introduce myself I shall. I am the Green Grand Mystic.
The Green himself.
This is me. Who am I speaking to?
We are two gentlemen who are extremely interested in the vegetation philosophy that is advocated by this establishment.
Listening to you, I am.
Okay, and now we're going to have a chat to him. Not just yet, but we do need to be ready for another QTE.
We should like to take a look around, to immerse ourselves in the wisdom that emanates from here.
It is a school of anastomosis, the divine scholastic syndicate for vegetation veneration and meditation. You may say, the divine syndicate. Glory to the eukaryotic. Only true devotees, those whose hearts are ready to spermatophize in sharing of knowledge, are permitted to physically enter our vegetable kingdom and its wisdom. And to be permitted, you must earn it. Yes.
I wonder if he's making up some of those words, or they're real words, to be honest. Okay, this is where there's going to be a QTE. Ready means that we're ready to take his little test, and it's basically just making sure we answer the question right. So click that.
Green Grand Mystic, we are ready to become devotees and gain access to your temple.
What is the name of our Lord, our God King?
And X. Now, obviously, if you wanted to look at all the evidence, the answer is in all the things we've already picked up, the Divine Syndicate, and the answer is Triwan, the God King. So click that one.
Our God King's name is Triwan, Green Grand Mystic.
Oh la, good, I like you. Here is the holy key to the wisdom place. Holy donation can you make whenever you so wish.
Thank you so much.
I pray you to taste our fertilizer substance. From the burdens of life it helps to free.
But of course.
Raw sap, it is called. It is near the entrance.
Alright, and we can choose to speak to him about this as well, and we will be given another QTE, so do that.
Do you have friends at Kew Gardens?
None. Not worthy there.
And so this QTE, the reason we can sort of trip him up on that is the Kew Gardens symbol, which was found on the pots that we just looked at. So use that one.
Nevertheless, we have seen Kew Gardens flower pots in your yard. How could they happen to be there?
What? Our sacred place you permitted yourself to search? Sacrilege.
No, really now. There was a theft of plants at Kew Gardens a matter of days ago, and we believe the pots we found here may be connected with it. Please tell us, were you involved?
No, those plants were ours. They had stolen them from us.
How so?
Their director, Dump, I believe. Yes, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Borrowed borrowed from us 3 options at his green fly-infested gardens, but he never gave them back to us. Excuses and imbecility. So we didn't save them.
Imbecility.
See, so if you stole those rare plants from them, then it means... Ah, I get it. Bravo, Holmes. I think the case is solved.
No, we did not steal. We saved. Well, as a matter of fact, we were unable to find our 3 plants.
I beg your pardon. And yet you took all of the exotic plants from the stand.
They had disappeared. It was the least we could do. They stole our sisters, and so we stole theirs.
Okay, so he's basically saying that they went to steal their 3 deadly plants back but couldn't find them, so they stole some other ones. That's if we believe him. Or he did find the deadly plants and he may have used them to kill Mr. Dunn. But this is our 4th and final character portrait now, so let's do that. And the first thing is going to be tattoo on his neck. And we've got his fingers here. And then there's going to be something on his right hand as well, that scar there. Things are pointing towards him. So that's our 4th and final character portrait for this case completed. And that gives us a deduction. So go into there and we can link deadly plants stolen to the Divine Syndicate, and that gives us another deduction where we could choose that they stole everything or they only stole some of the exhibition. Alright, and again it doesn't matter at this stage. We'll go through all the deductions and conclusions a bit later. Alright, so now we can actually go into the building. So let's head back down here and head inside. We've been given permission now. Alright, once inside, we just want to go over to this little table here on the left.
That should be the raw sap that the Green Grand Mystic spoke of.
I don't know why or if it actually has any need for it in the game, but I'm just, as I've said before in this playthrough, we're going to, I'm going to show you pretty much everything I can think of and show you the whole game. It's not the quickest possible way through the game, but we are going to collect everything and get all of the achievements, as I've said. So let's just do that, just for completeness.
Rather delicious, and of an excellent quality.
My word, Holmes. Their sap is like a form of cocaine.
Oh, so we basically did drugs. Okay, well, now we just want to go through this first door here on the left and head straight ahead. There's a cage here. Open that up. And you've got to open that door and that door. Edge with the caterpillars. And we're going to take the caterpillars.
They are raised as food for certain plants. Let's take them.
Just stealing. No biggie. And then what we want to do is we want to head down this end here. And if you look in here, you'll see these are 3 plants that we found earlier on a list of deadly plants. So I'd be very, very careful, but we're going to take them.
These 3 plants are identical to the ones shown at the exhibition. I shall take them.
And now we have another deduction to make, so let's do that. And this time we can link the suspect or suspicious ingredients with poisoning. Where is it? There it is. Okay. That gives us a task to set up an experiment. So we've got our 3 plants. We've got the bits and pieces that the killer may have used to poison the deceased or to Mr. Dunn. So we're going to do an experiment back at our analysis table a little bit later. So that's just setting that up. Okay. Now, we can exit this door the way we came. Don't need anything else in here. Go through here head across here. There's no value in chatting to him, and you can examine that Truan statue. No value in any of that.
This door is locked.
Okay, so we've got a locked door, but we're going to pick the lock. All right. So, first thing we want to do is, again, I'll go back to the start. I'll number these. That's going to be part 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So starting with part 1, all I want to do is move that all the way over to the left, create a bit of room there. And then we're going to go to part 3, and we're going to move that all the way over to the right. Okay, so that's the first 2 steps. Then what we're going to do with that same part is we're going to rotate it, and we're going to join the lines with the lines on part 2, and then we can move, wrong button. Bear with me. All right, and now we can move it in to join part 2, seeing that the lines all match there as well. All right, now we're going to go back to part 1. And with part 1, we're going to do pretty much the same thing. We want to match up the lines with part 2 again and join it together. I think it's there. Captain Fumblefingers big time here. No, that's not right. That's not right. Ah, that's better. And join that up. See all the lines matching for parts 1, 2, and 3 now. Okay, so once we've done that, we want to hold the left trigger, and we want to move the whole thing around so that we can see the 2 windows that are sort of in the middle. As you can see there, those 2. Okay, so we've done that. Now we want to move to part number 4. So that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. And once we've done that, we can match the lines in the small window there on the left. So rotate it until we can match up some lines there, which will be that one there. Then we can move to part number 5, and we are nearly done. All we have to do is line up these lines. Rotate it to there. That's it. And we've opened the door now. All right. Go inside, and in this first little room, you'll see a plate for opium smoking. Let's examine that.
These instruments are used for smoking opium.
I think then we go into this next little room, and there should be a chemistry cupboard. So go to that. Have a look at the bottle here on this shelf. We'll take that with us.
This is an alkaloid, the same as in the bottle we found in the bushes at Kew Gardens. Perfect. We can begin our experiment.
Bottles on the next shelf.
This cabinet is full of chemicals. They are the same as the ones we found in the laboratory at Kew Gardens.
We can have a look at this this table here. Sorry.
That would be enough to perform the most difficult of chemical experiments.
And we can look at the opium in the corner
vast
here as well.
amount of opium.
All right. And next thing we want to do, again, just not sure exactly what the need for it is, but we just have a look at this poster here in this main room.
The list of plant friends and benefactors. Lawyers, well-known manufacturers, political leaders.
Okay, now we can head back to the map, and this time we want to travel back to Baker Street. As Sherlock just hinted, we have an experiment that we can do. Alright, now we're going to head over to the analysis table again, and we've got another experiment that we can do.
I imagine that one of these plants would be capable of releasing a toxic vapor. I need to find out exactly how it could be done. I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all optimistic to have dinner this evening, then I'd recommend that you put on the gas mask.
Okay, so what you need to do here, you can play around with the 3 to different positions. So if that's 1, 2, and 3, you could swap that one to the middle, or that middle one to there, or vice versa. And you can pick up caterpillars and put them on the plants and see what reaction the plants have to the caterpillars. Same with this liquid, and also with this little pin here, you can I guess poke the plants and see what reactions they have. And it's all aimed at trying to get one of these 3 plants to produce a gas cloud that could poison somebody. Okay, now I've done all the mucking around for you, and I'm just going to go straight to the results and show you what I think is the easiest way to get that result. So the first thing we need to do is swap position 1 and 2. So grab that plant and swap it with that one. Okay, and then all you need to do is grab the alkaloid, or the water, or the liquid. Grab that and put it on plant, I think it was 3, yep, plant 3. And that gets that plant to open up.
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
And then you can put it back with Y. Now we want to pick up the caterpillars, and we want to put that on this second, or the plant in position 2. So place them there. Okay. And that's the cloud of gas that we needed.
Tours. Extraordinary.
And that's it. That's all you have to do for that experiment.
The plants would be capable of killing only if they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at precisely the right moment.
Let us take our caterpillars to the Colonial Collection Room. We may see things more clearly there.
It is too early, Watson. Our suspects will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more time and ask some questions.
Alright, and now we can actually make another 3 deductions. So let's quickly do those. Alright, so we've got missing deadly plants, and we want to link that to deadly precision. See what that gives us. Again, doesn't matter right now which one we choose here. And go back to the clues. This time we want to get Albert's ambition, and we can link that to deadly precision as well. What do we got there? Albert's studies. Did he know how to do it, or did he not know how to do it, basically? Is he or isn't he guilty? That's now, and one more deduction. Very, very similar. This time it's White's studies and deadly precision. And it's in here, but with White instead. Alright. So none of that really is important just yet. Except for the fact that we're actually going to try and we're going to try and get some of our conclusions, if we can get any of them out of the way right now. Again, I haven't done these ones only because once you get to the end, you can't actually do them. So what we're going to be going for right now is we want to see if we can get the conclusion that the syndicate was the one that killed Dunn. So obviously Sept's scheme. Do we have... No, we don't want that. Dunn was poisoned. Yes, we definitely want that. What else do we need? Theft and murder, we've got that. Okay, we need to change it from partial theft to the sect stole everything. And then that gives us the syndicate killed Dunn. Now, as you've seen with previous cases, I've actually clicked on these and gone through and watched it all. We don't need to do that for the achievement that we're going for, which is to see all possible conclusions. Just to get it to that golden sphere stage is all that we need for these ones. So we're not going to go through and watch them, these ones at the moment. Okay, and what we want to do now is we actually want to get one of the other conclusions, which is Albert killed Dunn. This is sort of giving away a few things, but this is the way we have to do it to get these achievements. All right, so now what we need to do is change that back from stole everything to partial theft. We need to change Albert's lack of experience to Albert's studies, meaning that he did know how to do it. And we need to get rid of the sect scheme and put that they're not involved, and see if that gives us enough. There it is, Albert killed, done. Okay, so that's the second. There are going to be 5 incorrect conclusions, but only 3 that we can do right now, and 3 that we need to do right now, because later on they won't be available any longer, because we're going to discover a few other things that rule these conclusions out. Okay, and the third one that we can do right now is we're going to do White killed, done. Okay, so we just change everything that we changed for Albert, we change it back, and then we make those same decisions in relation to White. So change her lack of experience to her knowledge, and vice versa for Albert. And that's it there. So we get it to the gold sphere stage, and that is more than enough for now. So they're the 3 incorrect conclusions that we can come to right now. But like I said, we don't want to follow those through, because we want to move on with this particular case and get ourselves more clues so that we can get the correct conclusion. So our next step is to go to the map, and we're going to head back to Kew Gardens. So let's do that. Okay, we're going to have to cut this video here. Join us next time for some more of Case 5. But for now, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you all next time.